welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you guys again. I was gone for Labor Day weekend. I actually took a trip back home to New York, and we'll talk more about that later. But for now, I'm just going to jump right in because I have to cram in 2 weeks of symptoms into one video, which might take some time. So this video might be longer than usual. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible, but just be warned, it may be a little chatty. So to start off, 17 and 18 week symptoms have been the same and different at the same time. So a lot of the same symptoms I still have, like the fatigue that just is not going away. I'm convinced I'm going to have that throughout the entire pregnancy. I have days where I have more energy, but the fatigue is just like haunting me. Like it's a cloud over me that just does not go away. So it's like I have more days where I'm tired and I have frequent naps, and then I'll have like 1 or 2 days where my energy is really just up there and I'm ready to go. So that's, fatigue the same. And then I still have the sore breasts. They've increased though. Like my nipples hurt so bad. Oh my God. Like it'll just be like sharp stabbing pains and sometimes like a burning pain or whatever. And it's painful, but it comes and goes, and I mean, it's par for the course. So the new symptoms are, and like another old symptom, I guess, is just to be expected. I feel like my nose is starting to spread. My lips are getting a little fuller. I mean, these things happen. It happened in my first pregnancy, so I expect it to happen in this one. So, it's not a big deal. The new symptoms are leaking when I sneeze. It's insane. Like I sneeze and then just a tiny bit comes out. A tiny bit of urine comes out, and it's just the most annoying thing. And also I've had lower back pain, and it's insane. Like it's just a dull aching pain that increases like the more I do. Like I have to sit down and massage it out. Like I have the electric massager that it gets hot when you turn on that switch on, and I have to just place it on my lower back to massage that area until it smooths out and I can just function again. So that has really been annoying because like I had that with my daughter, but it was more hip pain. I'm sorry, something is like in my eye. Okay. It was more hip pain with her because, as you know, those of you who have been pregnant, your bones start to spread out and things loosen up down there. And so my hips tend to spread and get like loosey-goosey down there. And so things, hurt pretty much. Like when you walk or move around, or if I sleep on a bed that's just doesn't have good support, then I'll have pain like that. But this pain was like more of a muscle ache in my lower back, and that was different. So it's there, and what are you going to do? So also I had headaches this past Labor Day weekend. I had a headache for like 4 days straight, and I think that had to do with just being in New York in general. Like I'm from there, and it's just, like I said, we'll talk about that later. So I had a headache for like 4 days. And I get them here and there, but usually, like I said before, I think I mentioned this before, it just has to do with my water intake. If I drink water, or if I eat, if I haven't eaten or whatever, then it'll go away. But this was not the case in New York. I feel a lot of sliding around in my belly. So what I mean by that is, when I was pregnant with my daughter, the bigger she got, the less space there was in my uterus. And after a while, you stop feeling like little kicks, and you start to feel the baby, like the body of your baby, sliding around against your womb. You start to feel that. And I feel like I didn't feel that with London until much later on. I'm 18 weeks now, and I feel like I'm feeling it now, and it's too soon. Like it feels incredibly cramped and tight in my uterus, and I'm just like, either this is a huge baby, or there's a playmate in there that we just don't know about, because it's insane. Like I did not feel this cramped in there when I was pregnant with my daughter. So we go to the ultrasound, as I told you guys, at 20 weeks. So that's 2 weeks from now, and we'll find out, if the baby is just large or if, there's like a hidden twin or something. I don't know. But it feels really, really tight in there and really cramped. And like I said, the baby's just sliding around, and I'm just like, it's pretty early for that, but I don't know. So, what else? I have increased appetite. I am eating more. I haven't gained any weight, but I feel like I'm more hungry now at night. Like, I usually don't eat in the morning. It's not that I'm not hungry. Like, sometimes I just wake up late and I feed my daughter and I go back to sleep because I'm so tired. But I usually don't eat till around 11 or 12. And then, and I just have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't really snack in between. And I've been eating healthier this pregnancy. Guys, forgive me because it's been that kind of morning. I am drinking my coffee also just to stay alive today, so please forgive me. But yes, I have been eating more. I find that I'm hungrier at night. And if that's the case, like, I'll have a second serving of whatever I had for dinner. But mostly during the day, I love the fact that I'm able to eat salad this pregnancy. Like, I usually have like a spinach salad, and I load it with everything. Like, I've been eating quinoa salad so much lately, and that's just consists of the quinoa, tomatoes, cucumber, red onion, whatever really I have on hand that I can just throw in there, and avocado. I always have avocado in there just to make it heavier, to last, more hours than it would if I didn't have it. And then I use not honey mustard, Dijon mustard, and I mix it with a little sour cream and pepper, and I use that as my dressing, and it is so good. But I ran out of quinoa, so I used spinach as my base, and it worked just the same. So I've been eating that for lunch every day, and it holds me over until dinner, and I'm good to go. And yeah, so I feel like I haven't really been eating a whole lot, but yeah, I haven't gained any weight this pregnancy so far. I just lost the 10 pounds in the beginning, and so far I have kept it off, and I am excited about that. My armpits, guys, I crack up every time I think about it. They are not swollen anymore, but they are tender. They are still very tender. When I wash them, it's like a pain in the shower because it does hurt. And when I put deodorant on, it's another pain because it really does hurt. And it's just annoying more than anything. So the armpit thing is still going on, but the swelling is gone. What else? I think that's it for the pregnancy symptoms for 17 and 18 weeks. And speaking of, I think I've been doing these videos a week ahead. So officially I turned 18 weeks on Thursday. So I think the way you're supposed to do it is when you turn 18 weeks, you're supposed to talk about the previous week, which would be your 17th week. So if you look at it, I think I'm 18 weeks now, and I should be just talking about my 17th week, but because I was doing it, backwards, I just did 17, 18 week or whatever. So I don't know how I'm going to continue. The numbers may change, whatever. I feel like all of the weeks are blending into each other at this point. The symptoms are pretty much the same. And yeah, so right now I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video. If I'm going to title it 17 and 18 weeks or just 17 weeks. But officially yesterday, which would be Thursday, September 5th, I think that was, 5th or 6th, I don't know. I think it was September 5th, I turned 18 weeks. So yeah, you guys can figure it out. So I'm going to read from my Bump app and see what they have to say about pregnancy at 18 weeks, and we'll go from there. So they says the baby is yawning and hiccuping, sucking and swallowing. The baby is twisting, rolling, punching, and kicking too, and it's big enough that you might be able to feel him or her doing it. Okay, so the apps, and keep in mind, guys, I'm reading these apps for the first time while I'm talking to you. So you hear the app said it's twisting, rolling, punching, and kicking, and I might be able to feel that now. So I definitely feel the punching and kicking, and I feel the rolling like up against the walls of my uterus, but it still does feel like extra tight. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it feels like I'm feeling a lot of that baby moving around, like there's another one in there or something. I don't know. So the baby is about 5.6 inches long and about 6.7 ounces now, and keeps growing rapidly. And they say that's why you're feeling so hungry. Um, the baby's working his or her muscles and practicing all kinds of moves. That is absolutely true. Um, what else does it say? You should make sure that you start sleeping on your side. That's another thing. I sleep, I'm still kind of sleeping on my stomach only because I can. I feel the bump there, but it's not to the point of discomfort. And so sometimes I may roll onto it, and then I'll wake up and be aware that I'm on my stomach, and I'll feel bad and be like, all right, let me just lay on my side because I don't know if this is could be causing a problem. But if it were up to me and if things were fine, I would still be laying on my stomach right now because it is not at the point of discomfort when I lay down. So I don't know. We'll see. So swollen feet or swollen hands, backaches, which I told you guys about, leg cramps, and nosebleeds. I had nosebleeds with my daughter. I never had leg cramps. I've never been one to get like Charlie horses and leg cramps and things like that. Um, and stress and discomfort might be keeping you up at night and around week 18. Be sure in your hectic schedule that you plan some time to unwind. It's important to give your body and your mind a break for a little while. That just might help you get the sleep you need to. I am not losing sleep. If I don't get sleep, it's because I just haven't had time to lay down. Sleep has been fine for me. I can go to sleep, knock out, and be good. So I'm grateful that that's not my issue this week. It says, my body at 18 weeks. Baby kicks are getting stronger. The swollen feet, the swollen hands, I told you guys about that. The backaches, the leg cramps, the varicose veins, I don't have those. Trouble sleeping, increased pressure on the veins in your nose that may cause nosebleeds. So I guess they just wrap up at the end. Maybe I'll just start reading from that later on in the videos to come. Okay, yeah, so that's 18 weeks on the Bump app. So, my trip to New York. We had an event to go to in New York that was planned months ago. So we went to that, and we stayed a little bit longer because we had things we had to take care of, business in New York that we had to get squared away. So this wasn't really like a vacation. This was like we had things to do. So we spent the whole time running around, but being back in New York, it wasn't as nostalgic as I thought it was going to be. As soon as we got off the plane and I smelled like the streets of New York, I was like, I don't really miss this, you know. And don't get me wrong, I grew up in New York, and I love that I grew up in New York, and you know, I love that I had the upbringing that I had in New York. But for a long time now, I have been ready to go. I've been ready for a slower pace and a calmer, you know, life. And New York is definitely about that hustle and bustle. Like, if you're not moving at their pace, just get the hell out of the way. So that's kind of how it felt, and I was just not ready, especially while being pregnant and traveling on a plane with a toddler. It was just not like a fun or pleasant experience. It was good to see family, good to see the family that I could see, and I'm sorry to those who I did not get to see or who didn't know that we were in New York. I legit just had no time to meet up with everyone. Like, it just was not possible. Whoever was there at my mom's house is who I can see, and my in-laws' house is who we could see at the time. And then it was just like we had things to do, and we couldn't stop and hop around and visit everyone because it just was not in the cards. So that was our trip, and like I said, it wasn't a whole lot that went on. We actually did do the Labor Day parade in Brooklyn. And just so my daughter can see it, me and hubby have been to see it many times. And for us, it was just like, we're not missing anything. But just for her to experience that. And I'll post a picture of her looking around at that. She didn't seem thrilled about it either. It was very loud. And she was just looking like startled, like, what is happening? So that was that experience. She can say that she went when she was 1, and that was that. So yeah, that was the only like real downtime that we had. So it was good. We had good food. You know, we went to Brooklyn and got that good jerk chicken, and that was about it. So that was my trip to New York. But the stress of the hustle and bustle, which I did not think I would even notice it, being that I've lived there all my life, I definitely felt it when I went back, and I think that's what caused the headache. I think my blood pressure actually went up, and with my daughter, I had high blood pressure at around this time in the pregnancy. But this pregnancy, my blood pressure has been good. I haven't had any issues, and I'm just so grateful to God that it's been as good as it's been. But when I went to New York, I felt the difference in my body. I felt the difference in my level of stress, and I think that affected my blood pressure. So yeah, that was my trip to New York. It really wasn't as eventful as I'm sure you would have liked to hear, but that's what it was. So, but I do want to shout out my cousin who is doing she has a blog called The Working Woman, and I'll just read from the blog about what it's about, and it says, "Welcome to The Working Woman, a platform for women and men to spark conversation and network. From entrepreneurial testimonies to mental health and awareness, The Working Woman serves as a creative outlet to share stories on trucking through the day-to-day that we call life. Did you know that depression amongst millennials is up 47% since 2013? The Working Woman is your all-access pass to find positive affirmations, solutions, and simply a community of individuals who get it." And so that's just a little snippet from her about on her theworkingwoman.com website. So I'll put the link in the description, but it's really inspirational. And she is also doing a course where she's helping people who if you're depressed, or if you have suffered with anxiety and things like that. So I'll put the link to that in the description box. But it's called Mind Shift in 40 Days. So shift your mind and change your life. The classes start in September 16th, and it's a 6-week program that will teach you how to shift your mindset in order to manifest the life that you want. And spots are limited, so I'm just letting you know, heads up, people have been signing up, and I don't even know if she has a lot of space available, but I'll put the link to that in the description so you can just take a look and check it out and see if you want to join this course. Again, the blog is called theworkingwoman.com, and then the class is called Mind Shift in 40 Days Mastermind, and it's by Tiana Lavelle. So I'll put the links to both of these in the description. I'm super proud of her. She's doing great things. She's overcome a lot of things, and she just wants to help and share her experiences and how to overcome with other young people so that they don't have to go through it as hard as she did, or just to help people through in this time, because to be honest, we all need each other, and we could all use some help or just an encouraging word. So I just wanted to give a shout out to her for that, because your big cousin is proud. And that is about it for my pregnancy update. I think I kept it pretty short and sweet. It wasn't a whole lot to talk about, so I'm glad that I was able to fit it all. Sorry, I'm looking in my phone because I keep my notes in here, and I'm just trying to make sure that I touched on everything that I wanted to touch on. Oh, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, I got a better light today. I use this room because the most light comes in. I don't have that circle light thing yet, and so on a sunny day, like, this is the best room, and I literally have a lamp like in front of me right now, shining as much light as I can get from the sun and from the lamp. But I told you guys I was going to stop doing the makeup because it's just breaking me out, and it was breaking me out. And when I stop using it, I feel like the pimples just stopped. So today is a no makeup face. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. And yeah, so bear with me, y'all, because the rest of the videos are about to be like this too, because I can't be bothered with it. And my hair, this hairstyle I came up with a combination of YouTube and just myself. As I was going to this event, I needed to get my hair done, and y'all know I've been transitioning, trying to be natural, but I was this close to going to that Dominican salon and getting my hair done with that creamy crack, because I could not take any more of this natural transition. Like, it is hard. It is really hard. I'm used to just wrapping my hair and then going, you know, and so this is just a lot of work. But I put it up in a top knot, and then I bought some crochet hair that just matches my natural texture, and I crocheted it around the top knot, and then the knot itself I crocheted some hair into that knot itself, so it would be so that it would be nice and full. And then it was a big poofy ponytail. I didn't really like how that looked on me, so I took some gold, that elastic gold twine that everyone uses like in their braids, and I put it, you know, in the ponytail to make it look like, you know, circle puffs. And that's pretty much all I did for it for this event. And yeah, so that's how I did my hair. I've had it in all week, and I have to admit, like, my scalp is itching like crazy, and I kept it in for this video, but I'm about to wash this out today. Like, I can't even keep it up. I also thought of the idea of cutting this ponytail off and letting it just like poof out, because my ends are not natural yet. I'm still growing that out, so I can cut this off, like just not all of it, but just like up to here, and then let it fluff out like a top knot, like a little poof, like an afro puff, and so that the ends could look like they're natural, you know. So I'm thinking about doing that, but not on this go, because my scalp is like, I have to rinse this stuff out. I have so much gel and product on here from when I did it, and that's because I haven't even found the right product to hold my natural hair down. I have tried everything, and so far I've had to put gel, like reapply every day, and put like a headscarf on, and I want to get to the point where I can just do my hair once and not have to reapply that stuff every day. Like, it should last, and I just want to figure out what works best with my hair. So that's the hairstyle, and I think it came out nice. I like it. It's something I'll do again. It was quick. I did it in like an hour. It just took more time to crochet the hair in than anything else. But yeah, that's it. So we are done for today. I'm going to show you guys my belly. And I think I have grown a lot for 18 weeks, but we'll see. This is my belly from the front, from the side, from the other side. And yeah, this is 18 weeks. So thank you guys for being patient with me and coming back, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.